We're good. Hello, welcome in. Hey Dubs, hey Cheeky, welcome.
On my hair here.
Hey Quack.
Curl into oblivion.
Is your mic on?
Yes.
Cute. Doing well, thank you. How's everyone? Americans have been let out of the cage, so they now join live. So.
Well, can it? Because you got.
No, it was a bitch. I heard that they can't go live until 7 a.m, so we'll see what happens. If there are people that you hang out with in lives that aren't in here, please share this out to the Zodiac things. Real.
I want to get my. So I can look at the card meanings in case I've done cards.
Hey. Welcome. I'm frozen. Why is it? Okay. Hopefully, I'll be back now. My internet connection was perfect, but it just died. Hey everyone. Hey Cars. Hey Tony. Welcome in. I'm back. Alright, cool. So, we already got 13 in here. It's pretty boring without American lives, hey. Hey Chantel. Welcome in.
Hi.
Welcome. I got Irish in here. I've definitely got Irish in here. Hey Hippie Jet. Hey Cheeky.
I'm going to use my new deck.
There's still been a few. So, guess we'll give you a quick rundown on what's going on tonight. So we are doing the weekly Zodiacs this week. So, quick overview for you all. So generally the way that Yuri and I do this is that I break it down by the signs. Are we doing signs this week, Spirit, or are we going to do...
Please do start off the elements again, because I hated doing the mutables and shit.
Alright, well, they've agreed. Anyway, they just wanted me to change it up that time. Anyways, so
fucking hated that.
I'll do the overview.
You sprung it on me, and I was like, I feel like John Travolta. What?
Right? Hey, Sammy. Yeah, so we'll do that. I'll do the overview. Yuri will break it down per sign. The way that we read is we do Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collectives. So if you know your placements within them, there may be messages for you that resonate. Essentially, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you are looking for a place to see the recap of this, so if you miss a sign or something like that, we also upload it onto our Tube of You page, which is fourofwands.podcast. So if you haven't already given that a subscribe, go over and do that, as we drop them there on a weekly basis as well. We'll be resuming our podcast as well very, very soon, and there will be some other exciting changes that happen as well with Uriel's. So if you don't already know, I'll throw to Yuri for a slight introduction.
Oh, about my deck.
About you.
Oh, me? What's
Yeah.
happening with me?
People may not know in here that you're a witch for hire. You have a shop.
Oh, yeah, I got stuff.
You're hilarious.
I've got a shop full of things that may interest you.
Uniques, weirds, and wonderfuls, all to do with the spiritual and occult realms.
So you want to see, for starters, so this is a type of thing that I stocked. I'm pretty sure everyone in here already knows. But anyway,
I'm seeing a few new names as well. So
these are what are they? Mortician suture needles from retired mortician kits. So you are able to craft fabrics and textiles with necromantic energy. I'm also really obsessed with these. So I got these in, and these are from the Greek magical papyri. So this one's a talisman of victory with Hermes in the middle. And then I've got one that looks like a carte, but I promise you it's not. This is for counter spells. So if someone throws at you, that one will protect you. But yeah, I got a lot of things. A lot of stuff.
Yuri's being way too modest. No, it hasn't yet, Brandy.
No.
Every single time we've gone, like, at this stage, we're going to the post office 2 times a week to suss it out as well. So, our side's open, your side's not. So,
No, their side's open, our side's not.
Sorry. Yeah.
So, because of the backlog, Australia Post is just like, nah, we ain't doing it.
Yep.
So, until that backlog gets sorted.
Do you send to Scotland?
I do. Okay, can I see it? It's got my filthy fingerprints all over it. Don't worry, they get cleaned. I was just picking it up. But yeah, so it's really cool, this talisman. So it's got a person with a torch in their right hand and a sword in their left, with a scarab underneath them and an Ouroboros as well. And the actual enchantment part is the magical characters written around it, and this is from the Greek magical papyri. So again, this is specifically to counterspell.
Yeah. And that's Yuri. So essentially, Yuri in a nutshell is Yuri is a witch for hire. She has a shop, Patreon page, a Discord, a Tube of You podcast, and is just an overall amazing human being. So if you're into that sort of stuff, Schminks in Schmio on their page. But yeah, that's us in a nutshell. Welcome into all those new viewers as well, because there are people in here that I have not seen before. Don't be shy, introduce yourselves. We do love creating a community around us. So, and if you have any questions, by all means, ask us. Mondays, we generally go at 8 p.m. Australian Eastern, currently Eastern Daylight Savings Time. We will do the weekly Zodiacs for everyone. Cheeky, your furniture. And yeah, so we'll do the weekly Zodiac signs. And again, if you miss yours for any reason because of the part of the world you're in or anything like that, feel free to jump over to the Tube of You for a Wands.podcast and you'll be able to watch it through as well. So yeah, at least you're fam. Get out of here. Right.
In the club, we all fam.
Well, in this club, we all fam, and we don't tolerate bullshit. So, you know, now that's a name I can get behind.
What?
Whoever that user is, I say that all the time. Did someone make a fake account with like my saying? Did you see what it was?
Nah.
F you pay me.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, hell yeah. Legendary. Anyways, let's get into it. So, Spirit, what element are we going to start off with today?
The element of, why don't you shut the hell up? And the element of, there's not going to be a pool, you stupid slut.
They don't want to play. Why? Because I didn't light my spirit candle.
Ooh.
I got in trouble.
Okay.
Ooh. Please hold.
In the meantime, Spirit, based on my fortune cookie book that I got yesterday, what does everyone in the room need to know?
Okay.
This week, love has lined up a date for you. I like that.
Brandy, you're the local cherry picker. You are furniture at this point. Well, now we're happy. Okay, now, Spirit, what sign are we going to kick off with today, please?
Where's my mic?
Thank you. Okay. Ooh, all right, we're going to go earth signs, then water signs, then fire signs, then whoever's last, air. So, earth signs first, then water.
So, earth signs?
Yep. Okay,
right,
so
Brandy.
Earth, water, fire, air. Okay. Now you got to stick around longer to hear me say it the way you like, Elise. Okay, Earth signs, please. Can I have the week ahead for our Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus collective, please?
Ouch.
All right. Okay. Ugh. Don't talk about kebabs. Hello, welcome in. All right. So, we have for the Earth Sign Collective this week, there's a lot of questioning around your own self-worth. So a lot of you are questioning whether you're actually good enough or whether you're worthy. That seems to be the very distant energy that's playing into a lot of this at the moment. The week ahead for you, there are certain aspects that are coming up. There are some changes that are happening that you're still struggling with understanding or making light of. It's like you're kind of still in this kind of shadow period or this shadow stage because things haven't been as forthcoming, or there's an element of blockage here. You are being guided essentially to bring more vulnerability into situations as you start to work through these energies, and just be wary of any sort of fiery energy or any kind of unnecessary arguments that may also arise this week. Some of you may be dealing with fire signs as well, so just bear that in mind as well, that you might be having some sort of headstrong moments because there is this set of hidden truths, or there isn't things that are coming to the surface and you're starting to question whether you can do things, whether you are worthy. So for my earth signs this week, just know that this is all about that shift and bringing in those powerful changes. You need to be a little bit more vulnerable and open as you work through things. And yeah, in terms of confirmation for me, you've got here that there are communications that are not being very two-sided, essentially. So there is that as well. Over to you. Yuri will break it down.
Awesome. Okay, so we'll start with Taurus. Okay, Spirit. Forecast for my Taurus Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective for the week ahead, please. Woohoo. Thank you.
Welcome into those that are just joining as well.
And what's the overall energy, please? Interesting that we got Virgo as the ruling energy. A highlight with communication. Okay, so anyway, for my Taurus collective this week, I've got 9 of Wands in reverse, 5 of Swords upright, ending in 3 of Cups upright. So it's very much giving that energy of, look, boundaries are going to be tested. You may feel a lack of support. and there will be a sense of conflict and potential loss and upheaval as a result of this lack of support and boundary pushing. However, towards the end of the week, it's looking like I'm very much drawn to like the friends aspect that represents the Three of Cups. It looks like you gain the support that you are looking for, external of the situation that you are in. So Virgo being the ruling card for my Taurus collective this week tells me that there is a highlight on immense communication here, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury, and I believe Mercury is exalted when in Virgo as well, which tells me that keep to the facts, pay attention to the details, and keep to the facts. Try and keep emotion out of the situations. Doesn't mean that you can't like rely on close friends and family to vent. Don't trauma dump, but vent and seek guidance through it. But ultimately, when dealing with issues this week in communication breakdown, stick to the facts. Mm-hmm. And that's my Taurus collective. What's on the bottom? Knight of Wands in the bottom in reverse. So that's giving like, yeah, mind your temper and stick to the facts. Yeah, we'll just leave it at that.
Thank you. I do get that compliment quite a lot. See, Brandy, see Dahlia's comment? That's why. I promise you, though, they're not done at present and they need to be fixed. However, I just wanted to say you pointed out Virgo and that was one of the main cards.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yep.
Okay, Spirit. Forecast for my Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars collective for the week ahead, please. Wow, that one flew out. But I love that energy for my Virgos. Okay, so we got stuck on a bit. Ooh. Okay, so it feels like this might be a bit of a respite week for my Virgo collective. So we've got King of Cups upright with the Star, ending in the Hanged Man, which is giving that energy of emotional maturity, and having walked through a lot of emotional turmoil over the past year, and coming to a point where you found your own sense of inspiration and hope for where it is that you want to go in your life. So even though this can feel like a bit of a pause in our path, it is an important part of our path. So we did get stuck on the High Priestess in reverse, the King of Wands upright, and the Two of Cups in reverse. Which tells me that there may be some partnerships in your life that you're not listening to your intuition with. You also may be doubting your own integrity and honor, or not even holding yourself accountable to the standards that you wish or speak about for yourself, not holding yourself to them. So just be mindful of that this week. But the overall energy is Aries energy for my Virgo collective. So yeah, it's all about, so Aries being the first zodiac in the star sign, being the first zodiac in the star sign is that energy and drive to start and create something new. So with this beautiful energy that you have built, plan something new in that Hanged Man period. Yeah, I love that for my Virgos. Okay, Spirit. Capricorns. Can I please have the forecast for the week ahead for my Capricorn Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars collective, please? Thank you, Spirit. Woohoo! Okay, I love this energy because I like chaos. Okay, Spirit, overruling card for my Capricorn collective. Wow, 2 came out. Pluto in intuition. Interesting energy. Okay, Capricorns. So first card is the Devil, which is ruled by Capricorn. It's interesting that I'm being drawn to the witch version of the devil rather than Christian version of the devil. So the devil in witchcraft represents our desires, the things that we've been taught that are taboo, the darkness that we suppress within. And following the devil, I have Strength card and the Wheel of Fortune. So to me, it almost feels like my Capricorn collective this week can expect some illumination in the darkness of themselves, and using that darkness to actually bring about a sense of courage and strength to move forward through chaotic times. With the Wheel of Fortune there, it feels like there has been quite a few chaotic times, if you're not already experiencing it this current week. But I would expect some respite. We did get stuck on the Lovers and the Tower, which tells me that no matter how much you try and control the chaos, some things are uncontrollable and you do need to let them go. Also, being stuck on the Lovers tells me that there has been a lack of self-love. So I want my Capricorn collective this week to do something nice for themselves that makes them feel good. The overruling cards being Pluto and Intuition, again, highlights that transformative aspect of going to the darkness within ourselves to be able to find our strength there. So don't be afraid of the taboo things that you were told were bad about yourself this week, Capricorn. You'll find your courage through those moments. But awesome. Over to you.
Thank you. One sec.
That's nice. I voted for Ronald
McDonald? Yeah.
Yeah, I voted for Big Mac.
I was like, go on, say Aquarius at some point. Pluto in Aquarius.
Yeah.
That was enough for me. So anyways, all right, so next up we've got the water signs. So that being Cancer, Pisces, and what's the other one again?
Scorpio.
Scorpios. Yeah, it's always the one that doesn't matter. No, I'm joking. We like to throw shade.
Tan.
Huh?
Oh, just talking to Tan.
Oh, right.
It's really hot in here. I'm putting on the... Can you put the aircon on?
It might... Yeah, okay, hang on. It's really hot in this rhino.
It is really hot in this rhino.
Okay.
Maybe I'm coming down with a fever. Fever of being sexy. No.
Anyways, is that aircon too loud before I continue? No? Hope not. Can't see any comments. Can't even hear the aircon. Perfect. Okay. So we've got the water signs now. I was waiting for the dance fever. Perfect. Okay. All right. Have the weekly overall for the water signs, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective. Thank you. Wow. Okay. All right. Thank you.
I believe in a thing called love. Just listen to the rhythm of my heart.
Water signs. This is going to be a week of acceptance. You essentially have that whatever battle that you've been fighting at the moment, it is more so about acceptance, because nothing else is going to come out of it, so nothing's going to change. I feel like essentially we have a wheelbarrow of dirt that we're trying to push up a hill and it's not going anywhere. That's the kind of energy, that's the type of feeling, okay? That being said, you know, you have essentially in this, you're kind of starting to lose what you wanted for yourself, what that vision for yourself looks like, because you're in this kind of liminality of being able to really express who you are and to allow it to flow freely. At this point, I need another clarifier. Bear with me one moment. Can I get a clarifier for why that is? Okay, so essentially this week is all about challenging belief systems. You had it right there in your grasp. Like, you were very close to achieving a particular goal, but it's now this acceptance. You've lost sight of that vision. So this week being a reset week for you lot. As for why, I'm going to throw over to you so that you can break it down even more. But yeah, more so it's a bit of a reset week. You're okay. There's no, bad energy or anything like that. It's just, it's one of those it is what it is kind of weeks. So, hey, patience.
Okay, Spirit, can I please have a weekly forecast for my Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective, please?
I saw Casey was in here as well. Hey, Casey.
Hi. Awesome. Okay, so for my Scorpio collective, we have both the yes and no cards. Very much a period of liminality. What is the overruling energy for my Scorpio collective, please?
Well, we're excited to have you.
Celestial guidance and explore. Interesting. Okay, so with the cards that have come out, I have 2 of Wands at the start with the Hermit and the King of Cups. So it's very much that energy of walking through the liminality of your life. So this could be like a pause period. This could be having aspects of yourself that you didn't want to face before being brought to the surface in a way that you're forced to face them, and walking through that. Either way, there's a lot of torch and guiding light energy with the Hermit and the 2 of Wands. And with that is a need to plan and a need to actually go inwards. So the torches can be representative of, or rather, I'm more drawn to the aspect of the torches in this card, this reading, to be points of illumination of our own ignorance. So things being highlighted. The King of Cups being here tells me that this could be to do with emotional things. Either way, it's that energy of utilizing your emotional growth and how far you've come emotionally to actually be able to walk through the darkness without turning into it, if that's making sense. So even though this is a period of liminality, it does serve a purpose. And the overruling cards being Celestial Guidance, which is giving Hermit, and Explore, which is giving 2 of Wands. So it's again that energy of exploring yourself with the insight and the foresight that you've gained through past experiences. But that is the Scorpio. It's awesome to have you here, Casey. Okay, so who's next? Scorpios, let's do Pisces. Okay, Spirit, can I please have a weekly forecast for my Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective? Please and thank you. That flew out. Thank you, and that one fell out. It's like I'm coming with that one. I'm loving this. Okay. Base. Let's see what else came out. The Hermit came out again. That's interesting. Okay, let me shuffle these cards.
That's wild.
The overall energy for Pisces this week, please. Ooh, Jupiter. Okay, so I have the Hermit, the Tower, ending in the Ace of Cups for my Pisces collective. So again, it's that inner work, that guide through inner work, reflecting on points in our life where things have to be released. But it's with the Hermit, it's that moment of reflecting on how far you've come and discerning whether it's in true authenticity to yourself. Do things need to change? Do you need to change? Do you need to adapt? Do you need to flow a bit more? With Jupiter, it's that energy of immense expansion. So I feel like Pisces is this week at a pinnacle point where love, relationships, new beginnings can flow in, but you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Can you expand 100%, with where you're at now and with how you are right now. So take heed, my Pisces collective. I'm also drawn to do a fortune cookie of wisdom. So let's see, what do my Pisces collective need to know this week? Soon love will show its most beautiful side. Can't make that shit up.
Right?
Thanks, fortune cookies of Big W. Okay, so Cancer collective. Spirit, can I please have a weekly forecast for my Cancer Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus and Mars collective? Please and thank you. That one flew out also. Again, we got the no and yes card both coming out together. So another period of liminality. And we have Temperance ruled by Jupiter with 7 of Wands. I needed one more card with the Sun. Ooh, I'm loving this energy for my Cancers. Honestly, this feels like the only thing holding my Cancer collective back this week is themselves. Okay. I'm going to one more card. Thank you. Too many. You can't do that to me, Spirit. One more card, please. Thank you. Aquarius and Libra. Interesting combo. Okay. Anyway, getting into the reading. So I've got Temperance starting off the Cancer collective reading, leading into the 7 of Wands in reverse, leading into the Sun. This is a huge period of expansion. Now, it may not feel good with that 7 of Wands in reverse, and let's be real, Temperance never ultimately feels fantastic in the moment. Afterwards, it feels great. But in the moment, it fucking sucks. Temperance is a reminder to unapologetically pick yourself and stand firm in your boundaries without guilt. It's that balance between needing to be firm and needing to be compassionate. So Temperance, standing firm in what we need when someone's being a dickhead, doesn't always feel best. Sometimes it's like beating your head against a wall. But Temperance is important, and my Cancer collective is experiencing a lot of it this week. The 7 of Wands is very much that energy of not being able to stand firm in these boundaries, or rather getting in your own way, either not having the courage or being too over the top with them. So it's that balance again with the Temperance. Things have to ebb and flow. You're a water sign, all right? I know you're on land as a crab, but like it's that also that water flow. Energy has to flow. I've got the Sun here too. Now the Sun also represents how we present ourselves to the world. It's our like middle self, quote unquote. So the Moon being our subconscious, the Sun being our how we outwardly project, and then the Star being like our connection to spirit and things like that. So focus on how you are fitting into your own life. Is it in alignment? It's how you're projecting yourself in alignment with the Moon, which the Cancer is ruled by the Moon. So just check if you're in alignment with yourself with that. However, the Sun's a very successful card. Like obviously things are looking great for my Cancer collective, even in a period of liminality. Now we do have Aquarius and Libra here. Libra being the humanitarian, ruled by Uranus and Saturn. I'm very much drawn more to the Uranus aspect, where it's that thinking outside the box, getting weird. Libra being ruled by Venus, it's that, again, getting weird with how would I describe that? It just very much feels like my Cancer collective needs to have fun this week, okay? So be unusual. Grant yourself permission to love yourself with freedom, if that makes sense. Anyway, that's enough from Confucius Uriel.
Right.
Over to you, Wolf.
Thank you. For those that are just joining, welcome, welcome. We are doing the weekly Zodiac forecast. If you do miss out, head over to the tube of view 4ofwands.podcast as words. You can catch it there. We'll upload it after this. We have done earth and water. We are onto fire now. And the way that we do this is that I run through an overview of the elementals and Yuri will break it down. If spirituality, witchcraft, things like that are your thing, give us a follow. Yuri's got a shop, podcast, Patreon, teachers, all sorts of things that are just, you know, wild and crazy. And just a little thing for the newbies that are just joining who don't know, Yuri has created their own deck and we'll be releasing that soon.
Yes, with my book that
you are currently doing.
Oh man, the amount of detail that
Right.
This is just meant to be the cards from my perspective and why I did them. And now it's turned into like a complete dissection of the imagery and why I used it. As if I could ever do anything half-assed.
Right. All right. So we're on to the fire element. So we're looking at Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Weekly forecast for the week ahead. Thanks, Kellen. Fire signs.
Can you make Kellen mod?
I can. Please hold. How do I do that now?
Maybe you have to do it beforehand. Also, look at these sweet little crystals that I'm going to consecrate for each of the oracle decks that I make. And they'll go inside the box, and then you'll get a selenite stick too to keep everything fresh and cleansed and powered up.
Give me 1 second.
Right? I love mini things. They make me happy. Like, look at this. How am I not meant to squeal with excitement at how teeny tiny that little bottle is? I don't know what I could put in there, but we're keeping it because it's mini. Maybe I could make a jar Christmas tree. Possible. And that could be like the little one at the top. Bing. I could put dirt in there, quack.
Found it. Okay. Search. There we go.
Let me just show you. So I've got a lot of symbolism within my deck. And I'm fully aware that not everyone is fluent in like Sephoi and Elder Futhark. So like in the book that I'm creating, which will be a downloadable PDF file, because I'm also aware that not everyone reads the book in the first place. So I didn't want to pay people to pay for something if they're not going to use it. So this will just be a downloadable QR code PDF file. But yeah, I've gone to the effort of like doing the runes and then the Sephoi and their meanings. So it's like a cheat sheet, I guess. And then the zodiac signs and what they rule over and the planets. So there's a lot.
Going to be epic. There's a lot of work going into this. So, okay. Fire signs. Sorry, Kellen's done one.
Yay!
Fuck, alright, fire signs. Apparently you guys have a lot to say. Alright.
Pricing, I'm thinking, will be $80 AUD to cover the cost of the deck, the box. And it's going to come with an altar cloth too. Now, this will just be for the first run of the cards. After that, it'll be a little more chilled. So this is just like a, I guess, first edition special release.
Special edition, first release. So, did you want to drop to them what you're also going to be doing?
What else am I doing?
The raffle.
Oh yeah, I will be raffling off a deck too.
Yeah. So So yeah, we're gonna also be doing a raffle. We'll set it up. You guys will know about it once all the details drop officially. For now, you'll just get little snippets here and there.
Right. So I've got the prototype, but I can't wait to get the proper thing. Because after I've been doing my proper one, like looking at the images, I'm just like, oh, slaps so much. So like, and this is one card. And like, put it this way, I've even gone to the effort of like the artwork that I've used, giving you a history of it and why I used it and what it means.
It's very, very in-depth and detailed.
So it's an art history lesson too.
Uriel's philosophy.
Right? I swear I was a philosopher in another life.
Right. Anyways, let's jump into the last two things, and then we can talk more about your awesomeness. And do some of those fortunes of wisdom. All right, so fire signs. Yes, fire signs. The week ahead. Sorrows and prayers for the fire signs. That's how I want to put it at this stage. In short, something's got to give. Okay. You may find that this week that there are going to be commitments that are tested. Essentially, are you biting off more than you can chew? You're looking for new starts and things to change, but you're kind of standing in your own way this week. And that's essentially the blocker here. You've been giving so much that it's now flipped on its head. It's now, there is an inequality. There is adjustments that are required that you are refusing to make. There is a lot of energy that is starting to gain momentum, and you seem to not be able to see right into that because you're trying to charge ahead like a bull at a gate without actually taking in consideration the other things around you and the elements that, in short, don't revolve around you. So that is going to be the focal energy for this week for the fire signs. Again, sorrows and prayers. Ultimately, what's going to happen here is something's going to break. Something needs to go. Something needs to shift. And that is what the ultimate outcome is going to be for the fire signs this week. I'll throw it over to you. We'll see what you get.
Awesome. Okay, Spirit. Weekly forecast for my Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective for the week ahead, please. That is a lot. Okay.
It was a lot for the fire signs, full stop. Like, I got 7 cards out of that.
Reverse. Everything's reversed. Okay. What's the ruling energy over this? Neptune. Opportunity for change and balance and harmony is in reverse. Okay, well, that's pretty telling. So for the start, we've got the Magician in reverse. We've got the High Priestess in reverse. Having these two reversed tells me that there's not listening to your gut, trying to force something that's not working. It takes me back to the Fool card, where when you took the risk of your current path, like this very much feels like a career type thing, or like a learning endeavor, that type of energy. When you took the risk to begin it, what inspired you about it? It's that lack of inspiration with the Star coming out too, that lack of guiding light, like something's not feeling worth it or it's not feeling like it's going to pay off. With the Hanged Man coming out in reverse takes me back to the Justice card, where again it's highlighting that lack of balance and harmony, that need for balance and harmony within self. So pretty much if you're on a current path, my Leo collective, and it feels too hard, I would probably reflect and assess whether it is something that is truly for you or if it's something that you need to change. The fact that opportunity for change has come out tells me that there is a need for a seeking of better opportunities and change. The fact that Neptune's come out highlights the need for flow. If there is no flow, and fire needs to flow too, fire holds no form, it needs flow. It needs to be grounded, but it needs to flow. So if there is a blockage in your flow, assess it. Why is it there? How can you change it? What's causing it? Is this even working? Do we need to change paths? The Eight of Wands, again, in reverse, we got stuck on, which tells me that you're trying to move forward something that cannot be moved forwards with. So just reflect this week, my Leo collective. Okay. One more card for my Leo collective, please, Spirit. Thank you. As within, so without. Okay, so maybe this is a point of time where you need to reflect on your ancestors. I have actually written the meaning for the card of this one, so I am going to read it. So, as within, so without, rules over traditions, ancestors, and wisdom. So, with this card, we have the meaning, I walk hand in hand with the guidance of those who came before, aligned with the spirit of my community. Together we carve a path through the passage of time so that one day I may tell tales of tradition that revolutionize the future. So, yeah, maybe seek guidance from elders, people that you trust, that hold a lot of wisdom, that you respect. Seek their opinions to guide you through this time. Okay. So, moving on to Sagittarius. I've put a lot of heartfelt messages into each of these cards that I've done thus far, and they'll all have a heartfelt message. The Justice card fucked me up, but I've been existential crisis all day over that card.
It is pretty full on.
Okay, Spirit, can I please have a forecast for the week ahead for my Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective, please? Well, Sagittarius, we have a lot of free flow this week. Okay, free flow, yes. Interesting combination, though, that the cards flew out and there is a blockage at the start. So Page of Wands is in reverse. Which tells me that there has been, again, that same energy of Leo, a risk taken on a pursuit of passion that is not completely well thought out or hasn't panned out to be exactly what you thought it would be, and you're trying to make it work when it just necessarily won't work. The Moon coming out upright and the High Priestess coming upright tells me to, or rather explains that you need to pay attention to your intuition extremely. What moon's coming up, babe? We just had the Cancer full moon, so we're coming up to new moon in Aquarius.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So it's that need to, listen to yourself, listen to your dreams. Dreams are very much being highlighted. Delve deep into yourself. What's the ruling message, please?
All I have that's going through my head.
Secrets too.
All I have that's going through my head for the fire signs is if you've got to force it, it's probably shit.
Yeah, that's pretty much the energy. Yeah. Okay, so stability and direction. So at the start, the overruling message is divine inspiration. So this could have felt like it was a really good journey for you at the start. However, it hasn't panned out exactly, and you need to pay attention to your intuition to be able to move forward into stability. Move forward into something that aligns with your true north compass better. With the new moon on the bottom. Can't make that shit up with Jupiter underneath. What's Jupiter ruled by? Or what's Sagittarius ruled by? Jupiter.
Mm-hmm.
So I want more information on this. What is it about this energy for my Sagittarius collective, please, Spirit? With the Chariot coming out, decisions needing to be made, death coming out too. Okay. So I think this is just highlighting the fact that you made a decision, fucked up. Rather than trying to make it work, pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to your dreams, pay attention to how it's actually making you feel rather than how you think it should make you feel. And reassess your decisions to be able to move forward with intent and purpose. So that way we can end this cycle to begin something that's more authentic to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, who's next? Aries. Aries, did you just fart? Okay, Spirit. Weekly forecast.
Stink up the whole outside.
Okay, Spirit. Weekly forecast for my Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective, please. Ooh, Aries. I love this. So I was drawn to pull a fourth card for my Aries collective. Let's just have a look. What's this ruling? Aries. Aries. Okay, so for my Aries collective, we have Ace of Wands, kicking off strong. This is a new beginning, a new cycle. We have all the passion, all the drive. Yeah. Moving on to Judgment in reverse with Three of Pentacles in reverse tells me that there has been a breakdown in teamwork, a breakdown in success and endeavors, and a lack of willingness to accept and assess the situation for what it is. However, not everything is like shitty about this situation, because we still have the Ace of Wands, and I feel like this has already come in or is coming in, that reignition of self, that reignition of that inner fire and what drives you and your desires and your pursuits to enterprise with yourself. And we have the Magician here. So I feel like this week you may encounter some struggles either at work or people that you have to collaborate with, that type of energy. But you do hold the power. You have everything that you need to go through this and move through this energy with purpose and balance and harmony. I love that what we have here is the Child of the Universe card, which is 0, which is that Fool card again, kind of like the Ace of Wands card, but it's that point of 0, this point of blank slate, new beginnings. Now, new beginnings mean that chaotic things had to end or occur. It means that we've potentially lost something that we really wanted. However, with new beginnings, it's all of the potential culminating into one point. The world's at your fingertips, Aries, this week. So don't forget that. I love that. Okay, over to you, babe.
Thanks.
What a nice reading for Aries.
Yes. Sorry. I didn't want to cough on anyone or in their ear, so apologies. All right, we're up to the air signs. Final element. So that being our Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius collective. So Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars this applies for. And again, if you have missed your sign tonight, on the Tube review, 4ofwands.podcast, we'll upload it there so that you can catch up. Please be nice.
Nah, fuck yeah.
Sammy, have you noticed the pattern here? Every time you ask to please be nice,
you get ripped a new bunghole.
Right? All right, air signs, please.
I hope you're lubed, Sammy.
What?
I hope Sammy's lubed.
Right?
It'll do.
It's yeah. Fuck yeah. Okay. Air signs, everything is just about in reverse or in a liminal. Okay? So this week is ultimately going to be about the adjustments that you need to make. Alright? There is no forward movement until you learn the lesson here that needs to be learnt. Okay? For some of you, they're pulling me to the Sagittarian season. Something's happened within the Sagittarius season that is bleeding into now. Okay? And this is for the air signs. But essentially, you need to make some adjustments. Some of you are kind of sitting on being too proud to ask for certain things or to ask for help. It's like, no, it's all right, I got this. Or even though you're asking for help in certain aspects with things, you're still not fully taking it in or allowing people into that space. Okay? Without you making these adjustments, you can't close out what needs to be closed out. So you're still going to end up having that cyclical nature continue to occur. I feel like Yuri's like staring down the soul of someone through this reading. But that's for my air signs in a nutshell. As it stands and where it is for this particular week for you lot, you've made the choice. Deep down, you've already made that choice. You need to start enacting it. Over to you.
Awesome. Okay. First off the cab, Aquarius. Okay, spare up. Weekly forecast for my Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective, please. A lot. Aquarius got a lot. Okay.
And
I feel
myself,
like
Sarah.
they're grouped. Okay. You know what I feel like this is? Okay, so grouped together at the start, I have the Hermit and Page of Wands. It feels like that energy of following your gut or curiosity to go into the dark within and discover aspects of self that needed to be healed. And doing it, because it's upright, doing it with the understanding that, yeah, it's probably going to hurt, but we're doing it. That Aquarius stubbornness. And then leading into that, my Aquarians have found their power, found their action and their skill. With the King of Swords as well, it's almost that mastery of that darkness that you encountered, and the influence and the power that you can wield in the practical with that knowledge of self. Moving into Judgment and the Eight of Wands, which there isn't an aspect of acceptance of this is just how things are, and there is almost an awakening. It feels very much of an awakening happening for my Aquarius collective of like, okay, so it's gotten me this far, this type of movement. I feel like I've healed enough of it to be able to master it, but now it's time to assess and awaken a deeper aspect within self to be able to actually move on from it. So let's just have a look at what the overruling message is. What's the overruling message for my Aquarius collective? I've got Virgo here with liminal space. Okay, so I wouldn't be surprised if my Aquarius collective, if not this week, but next week, feels stagnant. And this is a point where you need to reflect on the healing that you've done, how far you've actually come, and pat yourself on the back. Give yourself a pat. We've got Saturn on the bottom, which is that recognition of hard work and rewards coming from it. What about Saturn? Sagittarius. There's that Sagittarius season coming out. Sagittarius, Saturn. Very conflicting energy, Jupiter and Saturn together. Expansion and contraction. With Virgo here too. The card coming out, your soul is worth exploring, and others' ideals are a waste of your time. It's very much that idea of now you've talked the talk, walked it for a bit, and now it's actually time to integrate it and truly breathe it as a part of who you are as a person. Expansion and contraction being together is an interesting energy. It can feel like being pulled one direction and another. I guess your solace with this type of energy would be within the liminal space between those expansions and contractions, the quiet moments where you actually get to reflect and sit with yourself. Virgo here as well, it's that energy of needing to pay attention to the details, needing to heal within those liminal spaces, so the contractions aren't so harsh and the expansions aren't so big. What's on the bottom? Cultivate strength. So your liminal space times are where you build your strength, my Aquarius collective. Okay. Disassociation. All right, Libra. Can I please have a weekly forecast for my Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective for the week ahead, please? Thank you. Woohoo. Okay, Libra. Libras, this feels like a really nice week. So I have Strength here, Nine of Cups, Judgment, and the Magician. And it's giving a period of feeding into yourself, an ability to feed into yourself. Now, this emotional journey that you've been on has had its challenges, no doubt. But with the Nine of Cups, it's that reminder of you're almost there. Like whatever you've been trying to emotionally connect with, emotionally build, you are almost at the like quote unquote finish line before the next challenge occurs. And we have to expand. So enjoy this point of freedom within the things that you've built. Feed into yourself. Do the things that make you feel good this week, my Libra collective. Let's have a look at the ruling energy for my Libras. Stability and direction. I love that. So this is a point where, and cause and effect. Okay. So this is that energy of, yeah, feeding into yourself to find your stability, build your direction, and kind of reaping the rewards of the seeds that you have laid, the foundations that you've built. Almost time to, yeah, build, harvest your, why do I keep on saying loins? Harvest your loins? Maybe Libras need to give some and get some this week.
Harvest your loins. Gird your loins, harvest your loins. Which one?
I don't know. I feel like my Libras just need to access that Venus energy this week. Okay, what do my Venuses need to know? A rich person is one who knows they have enough. And that is Big W's fortune cookie wisdom for my Libras. Okay. Go off, Kellen. Like...
Right?
All right. Who's next? Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. Okay, Spirit, can I please have a weekly forecast for my Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Mars collective for the week ahead, please? I love that Gemini's card has come out.
Is that Ari? Hey, Ari.
Hey!
Can never tell. You always change your name.
Okay, so for my Gemini collective, youch.
Hey.
Actually, you know what? I don't think this is actually youch. I feel like my Gemini collective is kind of being... What is that word? Like, the instigator of their own suffering this past week, coming in, bleeding into this week, okay? So I've got 3 of Swords in reverse with the Lovers. The Lovers is ruled by Gemini. It's very much that, even though 3 of Swords is like pain and sorrow and grief and all of that ugly stuff, it very much feels like my Gemini collective is the cause of their own suffering. Concocting, it's like I'm getting the image of like concocting stories in your head that aren't even reality yet. Like they may not even come to fruition, and yet you're like sobbing endlessly over them as if they've happened, but they haven't. Oh, my Gemini collective, you make me laugh. Moving into the 3 of Pentacles, however, I feel like that's just a side note. So maybe Geminis, calm down on the like on the soap operas, this week.
All I have in my head right now is an episode of The Bold and the Beautiful where like Brooke is just staring into the screen.
Literally.
Endlessly. You come back 6 months later and it's the same thing.
What is it? The year is 1984 and what is it? What are their names? That Julian Sewell.
From Paloma Diamond.
Yeah, Paloma Diamond. 1984 Paloma Diamond. I feel like there's where my
Rita?
Geminis are at.
Is her name Rita?
Rita, yes.
And what's the other one? But yeah.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so aside from that being in your head, we do have a lot of success. We do have a lot of collaboration and practical endeavors to look forward to this week, my Gemini collective. Justice is in reverse here, which tells me that there is an imbalance. There is... Let me just ask, is this to do with an inequality that Geminis are currently suffering? Yes. Okay. So even though there's beautiful things to look forward to with collaboration, just be mindful that there may be an imbalance or an inequality with how the actions that you're granting this situation are repaying or rewarding you. And again, it's that like shittiness, something good, shittiness, and then something good with the Sun. It's very Gemini energy this week. The Sun being the illuminator of hidden things and truth and passion and desires and all of that beautiful energy. Depending if you're in Australia, I know that we've had a lot of shitty weather this week, pretty much in Australia, Australia-wide. Take this chance to go out in the sun, okay? Take this chance to absorb and soak out everything that it has to offer and just be present with yourself out in nature without the soap operas in your head. I also have Uranus coming out too, which is that energy of freedom. So finding your freedom in the things that feed your soul. But I love that. Okay. Is that everyone?
That is everyone. So, yay. Thanks for joining us for the weekly Zodiacs. Again, if you did miss out on your sign, just remember we are on the Tubes of You under the 4ofwands.podcast.
Mm-hmm.
So you can find the recap there. What else was I going to say? That's the one. So Kellen has popped it in the comments there. That's where you can find us on the Tubes of You. You'll find the recap in case you missed your sign. Did you want to do any of your little booky things?
Yeah, we've got 10 people in here. So if you want to, thanks, Kellen. If you want a yes/no question, just drop it in the comments, and I will read from you the Big W fortune cookie wisdom.
Fortune cookie wisdom at its finest.
So yeah, if you have a question, a yes, no, or just a question, chuck it in the comments below. Oh, I want to know. Can we expect the metaverse to be born from the Orange Man saving the day of Clock Daddy? Good times lie ahead. All right, I would say yes. Okay, Kellen. Should Kellen sleep in tomorrow? Those who expect happiness will find it. I'm taking that as a yes.
Yep.
Okay. Is the girl Ari is seeing for them? Treat others how you want to be treated. I take that as if they're not matching your energy, get rid of them.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, is Hippie Jet about to get the promotion? Imagination is often more important than knowledge. That's an interesting... Maybe it's giving you need to manifest it. Do a working around manifestation and really envision what that promotion will bring to your life, and it feels like it'll come in. Okay, Maxi, will they fall pregnant this year? I don't usually do pregnancy questions, and keep in mind this is only a Big W fortune cookie wisdom book, so... Giving more than you take will provide you with abundance. Time to give.
Maybe instead of
giving more than you take will provide you with abundance.
Switch up the positions. That's the way that I take that.
Yeah, switch it up. But it's, you know what it's also giving? It's also giving, like, allowing the flow, like that flow of charity and generosity to flow outward from you. Because that's like a very stereotypical mother type energy, to be generous with time and energy. Obviously not to a point where it's like depriving you of you, but maybe look at ways how you can allow that flow to blossom a little bit more. Yes, exactly, Kellen.
Anyone else for the fortune cookie wisdom?
Right, this was the best $12. Canadian $17.99. What? Why is it more expensive in Canada?
Hey, Kerry.
Hey. We're just doing fortune cookie wisdom. So if you have a question, feel free to drop it in. Okay. Will Alana buy a home in the next 2 years? A grateful attitude is the key to happiness. Interesting. You know what I take that as is be proud of how and where you are at now, and your possibilities are endless in your current situation. So be grateful for now and don't worry about the future. Slam.
So I'm going to ask a dumb question.
Okay, go.
Does my partner love me?
Do I love Wolf? Never fret about your financial matters. If that was not enough of a Capricorn answer.
Not the most Capricorn answer. It's like, I love you, but I love my job.
Literally. Like, never fret about my love for you, but also
I'm a workaholic.
Yes. Never switch off. I'm working on it. I'm actively working on it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I've gotten better over the last couple days, week.
Takes 7 days to make a habit.
All right. Well, literally
Right.
Okay, does Wolf love me then, Spirit? Don't put off until tomorrow what you can do today. Okay.
That sounds like more of a what you said you were gonna do, or that you have been doing for the last 2 days. You should be doing already.
Mm-hmm.
So actively working on not working sounds like work. Right?
How exciting, Annette! I hope they're healthy. Actively working on not working sounds like work, right? It is work, okay? But look, it's personal development, personal growth. We're doing the things because I want all the things. I want my cake and I want to eat it too.
Can I have the book, please? Jeez. Why would you throw the book at me?
Because this is for justice.
Uh-huh. When I get some pictures, I'll do a TikTok for you. Awesome. If you want a question answered from the Wisdom Cookie Book, all you have to do is just pop it in the chat before we leave. And if you did miss out on the weekly star signs, we are dropping them on the 4ofwands.podcast Tuber View page, so you can watch them there if need be. Pat wants to know, was I right about everything? You got believe in yourself and you will succeed. Just like gold sheen bot. I could just do this all day. Will I be on the road by the end of the year? Your days will be filled with love and joy. So I take that as a yes.
What message does the one card for the collective in this room right now? And they gave me Passage of Time and Alchemist, so they gave me 2 cards.
Did they?
Ooh, both of which I have done the message for.
Interesting. Is this from your deck?
Yes. Okay, let's have a look. I want to read it verbatim because it's low-key intense. Okay, so Passage of Time.
Pack's got no questions they can think of. Boo.
So the message for this card for the collective in the room right now is, as I tread this dimly lit path, the future unfolds as it may. While the past dissolves into the shadows, I am sculpted by each step, embracing the inevitable passage of time. And the Alchemist, I actually did this one yesterday, I think. Yes. So the Alchemist is, the alchemist within me transforms the lead of my fears into the gold of my hopes. Though I am forged by the acid of nightmares, they will not dissolve the dreams I weave, but ignite them. So control your controllables.
You're actively not listening.
And build what you can from what you can.
Mm-hmm.
You can still build something beautiful from rubble. Just look at recycled art.
Is this way? Is it this week that prototype 2 comes in?
Yes.
So prototype 2 comes in this week for Yuri's deck, and if we're happy with it, it will be in production. There will be. We are going to do a raffle for the first deck. So be prepared. If you're not already, make sure you give Yuri a follow for the details. Because that will be happening.
And thanks. So yeah, like there's bigger meanings to the overall cards, but just as a brief summary, that's what the brief summaries sound like. So I feel like Kellen would like this. Fuck with this. So this is like an emblemic or like a symbolic representation of like alchemy within Kabbalah. But this particular artwork comes from a series of engravings where they actually used art to alchemize and transmute things. It was specifically the art that did the transmutation component. And I freaking love that concept of using art to transform things.
Quack asked for a question.
I will sign the deck.
Quack asked a question of fingers or ears. Take this as you will, Quack. Speech is silver, silence is golden.
I'll send through the creator of it. It's from like medieval times. I think like the 1600s, I believe, off the top of my head. But in the book, if I've spoken about artwork, it gives who did it. If it was from a series, it gives the series, what inspired it, that type of thing too. But yeah, it's really cool.
Elise, I was just about to end the live. So recaps will be on the Four of Wands.podcast Tube of You page. So if you did miss out, just go there and check it out. Other than that, thank you to everyone who joined us for the weekly Zodiacs. We'll be back again. Maybe not next Monday, maybe next Tuesday. Because Mondays are very political day. I don't know about you. I don't feel right doing it.
No.
Yeah.
No,
so Tuesday?
Will be Tuesday.
Okay, so we'll do it Tuesday. Weekly readings will be done on Tuesday next week. With respect.
Yes. When it comes to Invasion Day, I usually keep my content on my page to build up Indigenous creators. So it probably won't be very much witchy stuff, but more so aimed towards support of Indigenous creators. And a really nice way that you can support Indigenous creators or Indigenous folks on Invasion Day is like if you have to work and you're able to, you can donate like overtime or public holiday rates that you would receive. You can donate the excess of your public holiday rates to things like that. Or you can donate, or even just boosting Indigenous voices is a really positive way to support the community on such a horrific day.
So if anybody is still in here from like overseas, you may see that a lot of Australian creators will change their profile pictures in support of First Nations peoples. Based on that day and the atrocities that surround that day. So
yes, so because of that, we will be back on Tuesday.
So roughly around the same time, but we'll see you guys next week on Tuesday.
Amazing. Bye.